Basta.
You told me to do 4. I don't do 4. Do 4. I don't need to do 4. I just need to do 1. Do 4.
Listen, I went down to camp before he fought. His focus and the level of, you know, intense training he was doing. And I said, I don't know it all. When he explained that to me, I was just like, yeah, you're right. You know, let me back up a little bit and just tell him what I see.
Yeah.
You know, more so than trying to coach him into being this fighter that I want them to be.
Being a version of you.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford has been amazed by the brutal intensity of Manny Pacquiao's training camp as the Filipino legend prepares for a massive showdown with Floyd Mayweather. After the rematch with Floyd was officially confirmed, Pacquiao noticeably elevated the intensity of his preparation, with newly released footage showing him training with fierce focus and relentless aggression. Terence Crawford has also been spotted inside Pacquiao's training camp, taking part in grueling early morning road work and demanding sessions in the gym alongside the Filipino legend. Manny Pacquiao enjoys putting in the miles on the road, frequently running with a large group beside him, drawing energy from the crowd while keeping a disciplined and focused routine with his team.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, up, 5, 6. I'm watching you guys. 9, up. Let's go. Away from me, right? Help me out here. Up. I know. Up, we're young. 26. 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Up.
Pacquiao's trainer says he performs like a machine in the gym, repeatedly surprising everyone with his endless energy, unwavering discipline, and an extremely demanding training routine that rarely slows down.
He's working hard. He ran an hour. He did a whole...
Been with him for 22 years.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he's a machine. He ran an hour. He did strength and conditioning with you, which is not easy.
He ran an hour. He didn't realize that this gets a bit harder. And as we increase the rounds of this, you got to pull back on the runs a little bit. Now he knows.
He did strength and conditioning with you. He went all out. He worked hard, and now he's doing 1,600 sit-ups.
Yeah, well,
He's a machine.
yeah.
What kind of machine is he? What kind of machine?
Crazy machine. He will, but as we increase this, we'll pull the running back shorter, faster. But you know, he knows. So now he knows what the train's about. We increase the train, we increase the stations, change it up all the time, so it's continually shocking his system, and we get a good result.
It was a great workout this morning. He worked hard, as he always does. And the whole team's here. You feel the energy.
Chris Algieri praised Manny Pacquiao as a powerful and one-of-a-kind fighter, saying there's simply no one else who competes the way he does. He described Pacquiao as truly exceptional and even named him the toughest opponent of his career, placing him among boxing's all-time greats because of his skill, rhythm, and legendary journey in the sport.
What was the most difficult thing to adjust to or get used to with Pacquiao in the ring?
I mean, nobody fights like him. He's very difficult to prepare for. It took Marquez 4 fights to figure him out. You know, and Marquez is one of the fastest thinkers in the game, and he's just such a difficult guy to zone in on. I always felt like just as I was getting my crosshairs on him, he would change his rhythm. He's a very rhythmic fighter. He uses broken rhythm very, very well, and yeah, adjustments on the fly, which is what I think all the best fighters in the world do. All the top guys I fought made vast adjustments along the way. So yeah, Manny's he's special, as is Floyd.
His power, where did it rank among the fighters that you faced?
Not the hardest, but also very hard. You know, Keith Thurman famously said he's got bricks for hands. It's very true. So you have bricks for hands plus fast hands, plus punches you don't see, makes him a very dangerous puncher. But he wouldn't say he was the hardest. Ruslan hit, I believe, way harder. He was crunching power. But in terms of a guy with fast hands who has hard hands, but also punches from angles that are hard to see, very, very dangerous.
Pacquiao said returning to training camp has reignited his energy, explaining that his passion for boxing remains as strong as ever and that he feels his journey in the sport is still far from finished.
Excited and feeling like I'm young.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally you want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that oh, Manny's career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not done yet. And
why do you feel that way? Because you've achieved so much. You've done everything. You're a Hall of Famer. Where is that coming from, the need to want to show people, like, no, I'm not done yet? Like, well, why can't you just be like, nah, I can do whatever I want. I've done everything.
You know, I can easily fight a easy opponent or non-boxers. I can easily pick a easy to win, but I pick the best because I want to add more in my legacy of accomplishment.
Pacquiao says his motivation is stronger than ever, making it clear he has no interest in easy fights simply for a paycheck. Instead, he's determined to test himself against real challenges and continue expanding the legacy he has built in boxing.
In talking with your team, they've told me that they've seen you more hungry, more driven, more focused. Why not fight a YouTuber? Why not take an easy fight, you know? Like at 42, you're taking on arguably either the best or a 1A or 1B welterweight in the world. Why not go fight a Logan Paul, a Jake Paul, and make a lot of money and not have a hard fight?
I mean, the question is, what's that for in your legacy, in my legacy? No, I want to fight the best so that can be added to my legacy.
However, many critics responded skeptically to the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, arguing that despite all the hype, it feels more like a bout between two aging legends rather than a prime-era showdown.
Mayweather and Pacquiao are fighting again. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's two legends / two old men who are fighting each other. You know, they haven't been very active. It's a big money grab. I'm gonna say it like this: I don't hate it, right? Because the division is actually moving. It's not like they're fighting for a title and keeping guys out of the way. They're fighting each other. They both make a lot of money, and it's going to bring so much nostalgia for both of their careers in the build-up. For those 2 months where we're leading up to Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, all we're going to do is watch, and talk about their fights. And I love that. I love that idea because I think they're two stalwarts in our sport. And in terms of them fighting each other, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to put on a barn-burning performance, especially when they're damn near 50. But I don't know. I'm not super mad at it. I actually am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing.
Veteran trainer Ronnie Shields says fans shouldn't be shocked if Manny Pacquiao pulls off a win against Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their rematch, highlighting Pacquiao's explosive speed and relentless fighting style as major elements that could give Mayweather trouble in the ring.
Fight for both guys, you know. And look, it's hard to pick a winner for me on that fight because, you know, Pacquiao is a slick, fast, you know, strong.
While recognizing Mayweather's ring IQ and defensive mastery, Shields emphasizes that the fight's result will ultimately hinge on strategy and execution. He notes that if Pacquiao follows the right game plan and keeps consistent pressure, he has the skills to make the matchup fiercely competitive and even secure a potential win.
He's a pressure fighter. And, I mean, man, that's going to be explosive. That's all, you know. And I guess whoever had the best game plan, I think, is going to win.
Shields argues that age won't be the key factor when Manny Pacquiao steps into the ring. He stresses that determination, experience, and a fierce will to win will matter far more than years. According to Shields, Pacquiao's mindset and relentless drive can overcome any concerns about age, keeping him as dangerous as ever. He also admits predicting the outcome is extremely challenging, noting that both fighters possess the skills to win, and the final result will ultimately depend on strategy and execution on fight night.
I can say younger is always better. You know, I mean, you know, experience is probably the best thing. But, you know, the determination, I think, is going to be a big factor in this fight. And, I mean, you know, look, it's hard to pick a winner. I mean, it really is. It's going to be a great fight and a tough fight. And I definitely want to be there.
Analyst Chris Algieri believes the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will surpass their first meeting, which was already one of boxing's most historic bouts. He predicts the second fight will capture massive global attention, with both legends returning for another chapter. Still, Algieri leans toward Mayweather repeating his win, citing his defensive mastery, ring IQ, and consistent ability to exploit opponents' mistakes throughout his undefeated career. While he admires Pacquiao's aggression and heart, Algieri sees Mayweather's style as a complex challenge, keeping him the favorite once again.
Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather in a real fight in September. Mayweather's putting his 50-0 on the line on Netflix. How big is that, and who wins?
I think it's a big fight. It might actually be a better fight than the first one. I famously went on record and said that Manny Pacquiao's style was no good for Floyd. I mean, Manny Pacquiao would not be able to beat Floyd because the styles just didn't match up. And it was right after I fought him where I said that, because I could just see where there were spots where Floyd, his fundamental skills, his boxing style, his ability to control space and pace would have given Manny a lot of trouble. And sure enough, when they fought, they did. But how much is left of both of these guys? We saw Manny in the Barrios fight. Very impressive that he went 12. But again, he had a guy in Barrios who didn't step on it. You know, he let Manny dictate and fight for portions of the round. And Floyd's been pretty active. He's been fighting exhibitions over the last couple of years. Not 10-rounders, not with really dangerous opponents, but I feel like they're probably in a pretty similar area right now in terms of their momentum. But yeah, I don't know, man. It might be actually a little more entertaining than the first fight. It might be a little more action. Yeah.
Reports indicate that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao could generate enormous financial returns, becoming one of boxing's biggest events of 2026. Speculation surrounds exceptionally high payouts for both fighters, driven by the global spectacle and massive interest the bout is attracting. The matchup's commercial appeal, especially with the fight set at the Sphere and streamed on Netflix, underscores Pacquiao's worldwide star power and the push for fair negotiation terms that reward both icons. Despite the staggering sums, both athletes remain focused on their performance, understanding that elite-level competition will fuel fan excitement and cement their legacies in the sport.
In terms of why this fight is happening, honestly, I don't know. I don't know why this fight is happening. Like, Netflix is involved. Netflix has said that they, want to put on big, huge events. If you were to grade the type of events they've put on in terms of how serious they are, and when I say serious, I mean like real fights, okay? Like real fights with implications in boxing. You have to give them like a C, honestly. Like, look at the fights they've put on, okay? And if there's any criticism, albeit constructive criticism, towards Netflix, is I feel that they should step up the type of fights they're putting on their platform, because there could be a lot of blowback. There was a huge amount of blowback the first Mayweather Pacquiao fight, okay? You had all this attention. Literally the whole sports world and a big part of the world was tuned in to this fight. And the fight was boring. Put people to sleep.
Meanwhile, Paulie Molin Agee points out significant uncertainty heading into the bout, noting that it's been several years since Floyd Mayweather Jr. last competed professionally, with his final official fight taking place in 2017. Agee admits it's unclear what version of Mayweather will appear in the ring now, approaching 50 years old. Considering the long layoff and potential ring rust, he says it's difficult to predict how sharp or effective Mayweather will be against a still motivated Pacquiao, making that one of the key questions leading into fight night.
I don't know what he's got left at 49. We haven't seen him fight in a while. So, we know the Mayweather we used to see. We'll see what Mayweather exists at 49 years old. Honestly, I don't know, We're comparing the Mayweather we used to see against the Pacquiao we just saw. We really don't have anything to go by for Mayweather because he hasn't been active recently. 49, we'll see what he has left. He was an excellent fighter, but we'll see what he has left at 49.
Paulie, appreciate your time, man. You're doing great work over at ProBox.
We're a growing company, man. Looking forward to keep growing it.
Appreciate you.
Joe Rogan has openly expressed confidence that Floyd Mayweather Jr. still appears sharp and fully capable of delivering a top-tier performance, even after being away from competitive bouts for many years. He notes that in recent appearances and discussions of Mayweather's conditioning, there's been no noticeable decline in the core skills that defined his greatness. Rogan emphasizes that Mayweather's timing, reflexes, and defensive mastery, developed over decades, remain exceptional, and this unmatched experience continues to set him apart from other fighters.
His mental was just too far ahead of everybody else's.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Well, the one fight between guys who retired and came back that I'm still interested in seeing is him and Manny. And I know they're going to do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high-level fight, though. That's what I love about it. Because I think Manny is still a high-level fighter. And Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been doing,
he be looking good, huh?
He looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him in sparring, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see Manny being able to beat Floyd Mayweather. I don't see it. I think Manny looked solid his last fight with Barrios, but I just don't see Floyd losing. I think it's some guys that he could come back today in the sport of boxing and fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Guys
even though he's
Barrios,
46. Yeah, right.
I think he would
light Barrios up.
Yeah.
Rogan has stated that even at his advanced age, Floyd Mayweather Jr. remains far ahead of most fighters, thanks to his disciplined lifestyle and unmatched skill set. He emphasizes that Mayweather takes exceptional care of his body, training consistently, avoiding harmful habits like excessive drinking or partying, and maintaining a proper diet, which keeps him sharper than nearly anyone, even decades into his career. According to Rogan, this dedication to conditioning and smart living preserves Mayweather's elite timing, reflexes, and defensive instincts long after many of his peers have declined. While age inevitably impacts all athletes, Rogan believes Mayweather's meticulous preparation and lifestyle choices allow him to stay competitive and extremely difficult for challengers to overcome.
There in the first place. So if he was here and he's lost this much, they're still here.
Yeah.
And even though he's not Floyd that fought Canelo or Floyd that fought Ricky Hatton, it's not the same Floyd. It's not that much different.
Yeah, he's still so far ahead.
Because he's not drinking. He's not fucking his body up. He's not doing anything stupid. He stays in shape. He eats right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciate Floyd too, because that's one of the guys that I never did no business with ever, and he still kind of helped me. So I appreciate him, and I think he's a real dude, and he got my love and respect.
Well, I always say that if you wanted to have a style that you emulate, where you want to have a great career, look at
The rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated events in boxing history, reigniting one of the sport's greatest rivalries more than a decade after their first monumental clash. Scheduled for September 19, 2026, at the Las Vegas Sphere and set to stream worldwide on Netflix, both legends are training with relentless focus, drawing massive international attention. Despite their ages, fans, trainers, and fellow fighters are eager to see how strategy, heart, and preparation will determine the outcome. With Mayweather's defensive brilliance and Pacquiao's unstoppable aggression at the center of the action, the rematch promises intense drama, enormous financial stakes, and another opportunity for both icons to further solidify their legacies in boxing history.
Of course, is very much into eventizing these, whatever they put on, whether it's boxing or tennis. And so far, they've done Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. They just did they just did Canelo against Crawford. And obviously, a rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao, even at this stage, would classify as a big event for Netflix. And I think is a real possibility this is going to happen. Mayweather is now 46, I believe, and Pacquiao's around the same age. But look, this was the biggest fight in boxing history when it happened, and I think all these years later, a rematch, if it happens, especially after the way Pacquiao looked in July against Barrios, there would be serious.
Do you think Pacquiao's relentless training and peak conditioning will give him the advantage over Mayweather? Share your thoughts in the comments below.